Alright, now in this video I will be somewhat clearing Vincent Myers of innocence involving the Salamander case. We can't truly prove his innocence until you meet Coleman after doing the rat, or after nearly completing the rat. There's one part of that quest that I don't do until late in the chapter. So just say he's clear for now. I mean, to be honest, you didn't have to come back and talk to him. I just thought I could clear his innocence at the moment, but you can't quite do it just yet. Now, also in this video, I will be finishing the quest Memory of a Blade, which is the quest where I've been tracking down who has had that silver sword that Geralt now uses. It's gone through like 6 different people, and you finally narrowed it down to Zoltan Chive, who knows everything about weapons. He hasn't had the sword, but he knows exactly how they're made. And it turns out that you do have a real Witcher sword, so that's very helpful that you have an actual one instead of a fake. As well, in this video, we will be taking a job for Declan Luvarden. I will not be doing the job in this video. That'll be in the next, due to time restraints on YouTube. But to get his job, you need to first talk to Zoltan and ask if there are any jobs in town first. If you do that, he will point to Declan, who hangs around the dike during the day, daytime mostly, which is why I also find Coleman later. Man, I really have to think of stuff to say. I cannot ever think of anything to say after I've done this. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention is where Zoltan Chive usually is to begin with. He will either be in 2 places. One being the Hairy Bear Inn, and 2, he might be at Vivaldi's house. It's more, well, he could also just be wandering around town altogether. As well, I just remembered, in this video, there will also be a quest that I missed the first time going around during the night. You had to go to the Hairy Bear Inn at about 6 p.m. to get this quest. It's called A Very Uncommon Wine. Now, if you remember when I went to kill the wraiths in the quest The Rat, in that house by the dike, I went into the basement, which had a bunch of graviers, or graviers, whatever you want to call them. They're just larger ghouls, and in a chest there was 3 very old wine bottles. Now, you need those for this quest, which is why I decided to pick them up, so I didn't have to go back and do it later, just for the sake of convenience. But yeah, I just edited myself there just to save time. Now, when you tell him that you have the bottles of the wine, he will not have any money to actually buy the wine off you. Now, you have 3 options. You either give him 1 bottle, you say no money, no wine, or say you lie and just say that you never got them. I just say no payment, no wine, and you'll get the quest, immediately finish it if you do that. As well as the wine sells for $80 each, so that's $240 you got for more or less doing nothing. So just sell the wine to the waitress after you've done the quest, because what's the point of giving him wine when he promised money for it? Especially since he doesn't have any. Well, I may as well mention the other part of the rat that I should really talk about. You find out that Coleman is actually a snitch for the guards. Vincent Myers is actually his boss, and he's been snitching on all the people in like the Hairy Bear and getting them in trouble, which is why the innkeeper wants to find Coleman desperately. Now, you can turn him in to, well, there's probably about 3 ways to go around doing this. There's the way where you don't tell anybody about Coleman, but you never finish the quest that way. But Coleman sticks around, and you can continue to sell and buy fist tech off of him. Now, if you want about $500, you can turn in Coleman. Now, remember, you can turn him in at any time you want. And I actually turn him in near the end of the chapter, just because I want the money. Now, it's good just to keep him around until near the end, because his usefulness will run out by then. So you won't have any real negative consequences for turning him in, and there aren't any because you never see him again after you turn him in. I guess it makes sense. You snitch on a lot of the underbelly of the town. They are gonna get you for it. But yeah, if you go talk to Vincent Myers after talking to Coleman here, you can actually clear him completely of any connections to Salamandra, except the fact that he's hunting them down, which ends the quest Suspect Vincent Myers and gets you a city guard's signet ring, which lets you get into the hospital or the dike without having to bribe the guard, which at this point is completely irrelevant and useless. So in the next video I will actually be doing the job for Luvarden, and I will see you there.
You again? They let you into town?
Are you Luvarden?
I am.
Let's talk.
Yes?
I heard creatures threaten the transport of goods.
Yes, I assume you're not asking for curiosity's sake.
I'm hoping someone will pay for their removal.
I may. The dog by the swamp is crucial to my business. The creatures have caused me losses.
What are the beasts like?
Drowners. They emerge at night, destroying goods and murdering carriers. I'll pay 400 orens to be rid of them.
A pleasure doing business.
Indeed.
Let's talk.
Yes?
How's business?
You think me a seller of turnips? I run businesses you can't even fathom.
I see.
You're confusing reflected stars for the night sky. I'm waiting for important news.
Let's talk.
Yes?